Hey folks, in this video, I just wanted to come on here really quickly and talk to you about some tech tools that will make your life a little bit easier if you live abroad or if you're moving abroad or if you travel a lot. So most of these are tools that I use, and I just wanted to come on here and share with you really quickly. And just heads up, I'm in an Airbnb if you're wondering, like this funky background I have in front of me. Maybe I'll show you the rest of the house. I'm still in Portugal. I forgot the name of this neighborhood. I'm by the LX factory. That's not how you say it. But at any rate, let's get into it. So if you have a Mac computer, you're going to want to pick this up. And this is the World Travel Adapter Kit. This is really, really critical. This is going to have the plug to, if you're in most countries in Asia, Africa, Europe, because as much money as we invest in our computers, the last thing you want to do is have an issue and blow out your computer. It hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to friends. So definitely whatever your laptop is, make sure that the plug that you're plugging to will deal with voltage. Okay. So the first thing is Google Hangout. If you have to make calls, international calls, if you're like, for me, I'm in Portugal and I have to call the US pretty often, you can use Google Hangouts to call the US for free if you're in another country. Now, word on the street is that Google is actually going to discontinue this service. Right now, that isn't the case. I used it just this morning. But in the event that it does, let me tell you about the G Suite. So Google Voice or Google G Suite, they have the ability to connect your voice with the Google G Suite. So Google G Suite is for the business enterprise for Google, and it offers some really cool stuff. I don't necessarily use it, but they have the cloud storage, they have the telephone number, which is an add-on, and they have a bunch of other things, email and all that other stuff. Now, the Google Voice in particular, you can have international numbers if you want that, or you can just make it so that you call the US unlimited. And that price range varies. Let me show you what that is really quickly. Let's go here. So the starter package for this is about $10, €9. But if you are in a situation where you want to have a local number in a variety of different countries, this one right here is going to work out well for you. So you're actually going to add that price to G Suite. This is in the event the Google Hangouts is gone. Okay, so Google Hangouts is still there. You don't have to worry about it. So the next thing is Google Translate. Now, many of you may have used Google Translate on your app. If you travel internationally, I'm sure you've used it before. But the good thing about this is oftentimes when you have like real documents, like your bank documents, or for me, I had like leases and things like that, had no idea what they were saying. You could take the document and upload it here to Google Translate, and it will translate the document for you. So again, this is really, really helpful because usually you're going to get your lease in the email format. And just so you know what you are signing, you can just upload it to Google Translate, and it's free, and it'll help you out a lot. All right, let's see what else we have. Now, this is just an app that I use on my Mac that I find to be relatively helpful. So I work with people in a variety of different time zones. So it just stays at the top for you Mac users where your time and your battery output is. It's a little button there that you click it, and all the time zones that you program in the various different countries will just pop up. So if you're thinking about calling somebody or doing whatever, you could just hit that button and be like, oh, okay, it's not the appropriate time. And I think it's a free app. I'm not sure, but it's really, really helpful. So look into that. What else do we have here? Okay, so this is ExpressVPN. If you travel internationally or if you live abroad, you must get a VPN. And there's a couple reasons. So, you know, sometimes the entertainment is Netflix, and depending on what country you're in, will determine if you can access Netflix or what will be in your lineup for Netflix. So the VPN helps with that because you can basically say what state or what country your IP address is going to come from, which will help with a variety of things. It also helps with banking. So if you're banking or doing anything, sometimes just with the various security features that are featured in your bank and other financial institutions. If it looks like you're out of the country and they're not used to that, it can create a lot of issues. So a VPN will work. Now, this is the VPN that I use, but I have not tested this VPN in China. When I went to China, I used a completely different VPN. So some VPN, none of them are the same. And the ones in China, because China doesn't allow a lot of outside stuff in their on the web. So I can't tell you if it works in China. Hey girl, thanks. Yes, Pennsylvania. Thank you for signing up. I'm gonna talk about the summit in a bit, but just want to give y'all some tools. But thank you, honey. So yeah, the VPNs are gonna vary. For China, I'm not sure, but this one will work perfectly for everywhere else. I can definitely attest to it in Europe. So yeah, that's the VPN. Another reason why you want a VPN, if you are working in cafes and anything like that, you just want the security of having a VPN. So definitely look into that. All right, let's see what else I got for you. Okay, so this is just an unlock smartphone. So if you have any old smartphone, it's a lot easier to just go ahead and take one that's old and bring that and change the SIM card out. Hey, thanks for joining me. Yeah, just go ahead and take the SIM card out. Most of the time when you go to countries, they'll have a a cell phone place right at the airport. So just take the old SIM card out and put the SIM card of the country in which you're visiting. And it's usually crazy cheap. It's a lot cheaper than taking your US phone number and trying to make that be in another country. Plus the reception, and from what I've experienced, is a lot better because you're using the towers that are locally there versus the towers that your cell phone provider in the States is contracting to try to get some service to. So that's that. Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. Okay, what else we got? Now Transferwise. Let me talk to you about Transferwise like real quick. I use Transferwise, and I was going to tell you, hey Suzette, I was going to tell you guys about Transferwise a while ago, right? But I didn't because I've used them, but then before I was about to do the tutorial, I Googled their reviews really quickly. And a couple people said that they had some issues, and some people, they had some problems with them keeping their money. Now, that has not happened to me, and I've never put like a large amount and let it sit there. Usually, if I have to pay someone to do something, I'll put the amount that I owe them, and then I'll immediately send it to them in Transferwise. So basically what Transferwise is, excuse me, hey, Courtney. Basically what Transferwise is, it allows you to transfer money to various different countries, and it cuts your international transfer fees in half. Like, it's so much cheaper to transfer money. So guys, with these different currencies, so, I make my money in the US and I live in Europe. So I usually have to do a series of transferring, whether I'm paying a contractor or something I'm doing. And so the transfer fees can get up there. This so far is I think the best one I've seen in regards to fees. The transfer fees and the international fees are substantially lower than anything I've seen. If anyone knows of a better option, please put it in the comments below. But Transferwise has been great. Now, again, I don't recommend putting large sums of money in there. I have never done that. I usually just transfer the amount that I need to go somewhere, and then that's it. So I haven't had any issues with the company as of yet, but I do want you to do your due diligence and that's not right. Be safe, and do your due diligence when you are using companies like this. But again, I haven't had any issues. So that's Transferwise. If anyone knows of any other ones, hey y'all, coming through. I thought everybody be at work and working hard. I didn't think y'all gonna come visit me now, but I appreciate you. Okay, so cloud storage. Most of you all have probably a Dropbox, or what's that is good for money transfer. How do you say that? XOOM. Thank you, Joanne, for that information. So Suzette says she's used Transferwise. She hasn't had any issues. I personally haven't had any issues, but I do want you to be careful. So this is cloud storage. Most of you know cloud storage. You use Dropbox. I use Dropbox. You can use Google, whoever. But what I do want you to do, if you travel or if you live international, I want you to keep basically an emergency file. Okay. And this is a file that whoever knows you in your home country has access to. You want to share this folder with them. And it's basically going to have all your important documents, whether it's your insurance papers, your medical papers, anything that's important to you. And if you're worried about privacy, just Google a cloud storage that you feel comfortable with. But just anything that if something happens, somebody in another country has access to this folder and will be able to get to it. Like, that's a really important thing you should do if you're traveling or if you're moving abroad. If you're just traveling, put all your itineraries there, send it to your mom, your best friend, or whomever. So if anything happens, people will know where you are, know where you've been, and all that good stuff. So cloud storage is really necessary. And if you want to travel lightly, like I'm still working on my travel lightly. Yes, boo, give it to your sister. So I'm still working on my travel lightly, but in regards to your documents, like Portugal loves paperwork. So there's a ton of paperwork that I have and I've had to scan. So like my bank paperwork and all of that, I had to scan and put it in the cloud so that I would always have it and not have to like lug around so much paperwork. So definitely consider cloud storage, but more so you're putting your important information in there so that somebody has access to that folder just in case anything happens, guys. We just want to be safe. All right. So let's see, is that okay? So this is a cutie. This is a scheduling software that I use. You can use any one of them. I use it because it is a challenge being on a bunch of different time zones and trying to schedule things. The good thing about softwares or online software like this, you don't have to do the email back and forth about, well, when are you free? Well, I don't know. When are you free? You would just send somebody a link and they can schedule it themselves. But the best part is it will schedule it on their time zones. And if you work internationally or you live internationally, that is critical. Okay, so those are just some tech tools that I use in my life. And I thought it would be helpful to you guys as well. So since you guys are on here live, also want to remind you to go sign up for the Moving Abroad Summit. We are pulling that together. We excited. You should have got an email. Hopefully Portugal loves paperwork. So yeah, like right now, I finally got an apartment. I'm moving on Thursday. So I'll show you guys that. My husband just came in and says he loves your hair. Thank you. Oh, look. And just in case, I want to tell you, I just finished putting some product in it. So if it was all looking crazy and still white, don't be alarmed. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'll be moving into my apartment in Portugal on Thursday. So I'll be sure to let you guys know about that. It has been very difficult getting an apartment, even though prices have dropped a little bit for its COVID, but not as much as I would like to see in regards to paying for it. So we'll see with that. But I just wanted to hop on there. Thank you so much, love. I just wanted to hop on here real quick, guys, and give you some of these tech tools. I appreciate you, but I'll be coming on probably maybe every day this week. I want to do some more like entrepreneurship training and stuff like that. And if you guys are okay with that, I know you want to hear about Portugal and stuff like that. So I definitely will include some Portugal stuff. But I also, a lot of you have been emailing me about, how to establish yourself in another country and have income. So I do want to spend time on that. If you haven't registered for the Moving Abroad Summit and our breakout sessions, I will be teaching every single day, sometimes twice a day, in regards to setting your life up in Lisbon, but more importantly, how to get this digital life together, because you need to build some systems so that you will be able to kind of live your life and not be stuck on a computer all day. I will. Okay. Oh, I see DC in the house. I love it. Okay, good. So y'all cool with me sharing some entrepreneur stuff? And I'll do some more Lisbon stuff at some point. And if you follow me on Instagram, I usually, like when I go to places and I'm eating food, I usually put the stuff on my Instagram. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, so I will be doing that training. Also, for those of you who are interested in moving to Portugal and you have school-age children, I don't know if you saw what we have scheduled for tomorrow, but Sally is from Lisbon, Portugal. She lived in the States, came back to Portugal at the age of 11. And she's going to give you some really good insight on, if you're moving to Portugal with school-aged children, how to pull that off. Okay. So Food porn. I know that's right. So yeah, I'm going to hop off real quick because I just wanted to give you guys these quick tips, but we will be on tomorrow, I think 4 p.m. Portugal time. I don't know what time that is for wherever you are, but it's in the description somewhere. Also, all the links that I talked about in this video are going to be in the description. So it's good seeing you. I'm so glad y'all came on with me really quickly. And we'll be on tomorrow live probably for about an hour. So if you have any questions and you're on the email list, just go ahead and reply back to any of the emails and somebody will get them in regards to moving to Portugal with school-age children. Guys, it was a pleasure. I'll see you guys next time.